In the most important game of the season thus far, the Raptors failed to show up and give proper effort. A lot went wrong. Some things went right, but ultimately, it's not good enough from us. 119-108 loss. Let's break it down for you in tonight's post-game show. So the Raptors coming into this game, 31-32. Wizards right behind them in the Eastern Conference standings. This was an important game, a very important game. Back-to-back coming up against the Wizards, including tonight. And a lot of the effort wasn't there. Coaching was really, really poor. I think that's the worst managed game we've had from Nick Nurse this season. There's been some bad ones. This might be the worst. He was really, really, really bad with the decision-making, especially in the second quarter, which blew up this game, and the Raptors never fought back. The closest they ever made it was 9 points here. Never looked like they were going to really get back into this game. And a lot of that's in the second quarter. And a lot of that is on some of the play from the players on this team. Definitely some players that need to be called out. Definitely some players that need to step up. But there was also some good individual performances here. So let's start with the good. Let's start with the good from this game from a performance standpoint. Jakob Poeltl was excellent. Absolutely excellent. 23 points, 13 rebounds, 8 of 9 from the field. Shout out. 100% from the line, 7 of 7. Played great defense. That was highlighted by 3 steals and 2 blocks. Great stuff from Jakob Poeltl all throughout this game. Underutilized in the first half. Underutilized. Left on the bench way too long. He was so good today. And we were in a hole. And Nurse didn't do anything about it and put him back in the game. That was really dumb. We'll talk more about that in a second. Scotty Barnes, meh. Would have liked a bit better. We were expecting a bigger jump in the fourth quarter, but not horrible. OG was great. He's really getting his feet under him here. Had that really rough game against the Cavs. Since then, he's been a lot better. 26 points here, 9 of 16 from the field. He did a lot. He did what he could, offensively and defensively, to get this team back in the game. Boucher, from a point standpoint, was playing well once again. I think a lot of the defense that was wrong, I really think it was based on the lineups he was out with. Did not like the lineups that they were putting Boucher out there with, but I thought he was solid. Now we get to more the middle, where not good, not bad. And VanVleet, 5 of 17, 2 of 11 from the field is awful. 2 of 11 from 3 is horrendous. Absolutely horrendous. And we need that to step up. All I'm going to say, if Fred goes 10 of 15 and it's -8, that will be, the -8 will be all anyone cares about. He shot horrendously today, but he's a plus 15. Now, plus minus not the be-all, end-all of stats, but if you're plus 15, that's significant, and it's clear good things were happening with you on the court for whatever reason. And a lot of it is his defense, a lot of it is his playmaking. But with that stuff, we cannot have him shoot like that. We appreciate the steals, the 2 steals, the 7 assists. Could have been more if people could hit layups. We appreciate the defense. The help defense is still elite. The point of attack defense has improved, but we need shooting. 2 of 11, when this team needs buckets, it can't happen. It happened last game. He was 1 of 9 from 3. Today he's 2 of 11. Can't happen. We need this guy to hit his shots. We need him to step up. Whatever the plus 15 says, good things happen, whatever. Need him to hit his shots still. But that will come. The other stuff being there is a good sign. We know he's a good shooter. That stuff is going to come. If you're out here putting the entire game on Fred VanVleet, you're stupid. You're just stupid because you didn't watch this game. You didn't clue into what was actually going on. Because where it was really bad for this team, wow. Gary Trent was awful. No effect on the offense. Not doing anything. Point of attack defense was just non-existent. Non-existent. He was a minus 26 in 18 minutes. A minus 26 in 18 minutes. That's crazy. That's crazy. Also awful, Precious Achiuwa, minus 15 in 13 minutes. A lot of people's bad plus minus in this game was brought down by Achiuwa. who could not do anything. On defense, he cannot get a stop. He cannot guard open space. He cannot protect the rim. It was so bad. But for 10 minutes of the first half, when the Wizards were burying this team, putting us in a hole, taking a big lead, Nurse left him in, and he left him in, and he didn't do anything, and he didn't change the lineup, and he didn't assess that, oh, I have Jakob Poeltl on the bench I should put in, who's only played 7 minutes so far, and we're nearing the end of the second quarter, and then he didn't put him in, and he took out Achua, and still didn't put him in. And finally, when Poeltl comes back in, we stop the bleeding and get back in the game a little bit. But it's too late at that point. And Nurse, how he didn't come to that realization at any point in the second quarter is so crazy. Poeltl only played 10 minutes in the first half, man. Horrible. Thaddeus Young gets more minutes today. Thaddeus Young is just not NBA level right now. You can't play him. You just can't play him. Will Barton finding his feet. Didn't look good. Oh, I'll spare him. I'll spare him. He's new. Going to the Wizards. No answer for Gafford today. Like, it's Daniel Gafford. It's Daniel fucking Gafford. Come on. 8 of 10. He just sat in the dunker's spot. We had no answer. No adjustment from Nick Nurse. That every play, they drove, got the help defender, passed it off to Gafford. Layup, dunk, easy. No resistance. Easiest game of Gafford's career. Kuzma was shooting the lights out to start the game. Ended up shooting a bit inefficiently, just kept shooting. But yeah, dominated. 30 points for Kuzma, 25 for Porzingis. This was a bad game. Combat, where the Raptors, where it goes wrong, defensively is the biggest thing. You let the Wizards shoot 51. You let them shoot 47% from 3. On our side, yeah, our field goal percentage climbed throughout the game. 45 isn't bad. On 2s, we were okay. But it's the 9 for 33 from 3. That's on Fred, the way he shot. That's on Gary, the way he played, for sure. And nobody else could bail us out in those spots. Nobody. 17 of 17 from the line is good, though. Rebound-wise, it was even in the end. They blew us up in the second quarter, and again, it was too late. You turn the ball over too much as well at 14. It comes down to defense, and it comes down to making shots. I thought the half-court offense wasn't even that bad. I thought it looked fine. And you know what? The 2-point percentages would indicate that, because we shot 45%, despite the fact that we shot 27% from 3, 9 of 33. So there were some things to like, but a lot of things that need adjusting. A lot. Nick Nurse really needs to answer for some of the lineup decisions that he didn't even go to in the second half. They were so bad in the first. But he left them in so long and didn't adjust quick enough. And it was too far gone at that point. Makes no sense. Makes no sense what the decision-making was from Nurse there. Fred VanVleet, keep dialed in on defense. They gave him an extra assist here. Keep dialed in on defense. Keep making passes. But, man, got to hit a fucking shot for us. You got to give us, when we're getting all these stops late game, and he's getting those open looks, he's got to hit them. He's too important of a player. We're playing really well on defense down the stretch, making it look like maybe we can come back, and we're getting him good looks, and he's not hitting them. We need that to change. We need a lot of guys to step up. A lot of guys to step up. But it's one game. One game here. Chalk it up to a loss. You lose by 1, you lose by 11. It's one loss. Focus goes into the next game. You absolutely cannot lose that next game to the Wizards. The Raptors have one of the most difficult schedules for the rest of the season. We're out of this easy stretch. We went, in an easy stretch of games, we went 8-2. Easy team, sure, but you got to beat what's in front of you. We did that. We won those games. Got to push on now. Got to find a way to put it together. 100%. Because right now, it's tough. We're down to 31-33 now. Wizards are up to 30-22. They're going to be right there with us in the standings. You got to split with the Wizards. Straight up. Figure it out. Coaching has to be better. Personnel, players have to be better. And you know what? I didn't even talk about Pascal Siakam, who I don't even think scored in the second half. I forgot about him. I don't think he even scored in the second half. Where does he go in the fourth quarters lately? From what he was earlier in the season, it's gone. He's just not scoring late in the games, and he had opportunities late today. He wasn't scoring. He's got to step up. Fred's got to hit his shots. Gary Trent needs to provide some defensive resistance, and Nurse has to do better with his rotations. That's summing it up, but a lot more has to happen than that. Really bad game. Hopefully a wake-up call, and hopefully something that fuels a response in the Saturday game against the Wizards. But that is it from today's post-game show. If you guys enjoyed the content, hit that like button. It does go a long way to supporting this channel. And please subscribe as well for more Raptors content just like this. Not available for the Saturday game, but I'll be back for Monday as the Raptors play the Nuggets. They got to be better than this.